Hello, welcome to Piano for Parents 101. My name is Hannah Village and I am going to just teach you some of the concepts I'll be teaching your children to learn how to play piano. So you can watch these short videos and hopefully they will help you help them with what I've taught them in the lesson. If you understand the concept, then you'll be able to help them practice. I know a lot of you have never played piano before, but you want to give that gift to your children, and that's wonderful. So I hope that what you learn here, you will be able to use with them. Okay, so this first video is just going to go over posture and hand position, and then the other videos are going to be more based on the piano and also starting to read notes on the staff. Okay, so the first thing we learn is finger numbers. So if you put your hands out like this, we call the thumbs a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a misconception that these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you need to have a mirror image of them. And little children often get 2 and 4 mixed up. So whenever they're struggling, just remind them of this pattern. We use finger numbers in the music. It's a good way to help them learn songs quickly if they can just read the numbers instead of learning the letters and the notes. So you'll see them in their books. I often use numbers. So their hand position should be a sort of shape of a C, a curly C, and they need to play using the tips of their fingers rather than the flat part. A lot of young children have their hands flat and they play like this, which you can get a sound out of it at the piano, but it's about developing good habits. So you want to have the tips of the fingers like this instead of like this, because this way tenses up your hand. This way you've got more mobility and you can play faster. So I often use the analogy that there's a mouse that needs to fit under their hands, but if you make your hands flat, it squishes the mouse. And particularly boys love this because I say it squishes all over the keys. So this way, not this way. And when they're sitting at the bench or at the piano, make sure the piano seat is tall enough for them. You might also want to get a box or a stool to put under to support their feet so they're not dangling off the bench, because there's a tendency also for them to play the pedal, and then we don't want this to happen at this stage, because otherwise if you press the pedal it makes all of the notes blur together and it's this kind of sound, which they think is great, but none of their pieces will have the pedal in yet. So they want to straight back, and but you don't want to be sitting too close to the piano, because if you do that, there's not enough mobility for your arms to stretch this way. And I often say if you're too close to the piano, you end up playing like T-Rex, like this. So you want to have it, you want your arm to be flat. If they're too close, if your elbows are down like this, you won't be able to move around. And equally, if you're too far away, they need to be able to sit comfortably at the piano. So getting the right posture and adjusting it to fit is really important. If they're not quite tall enough for the piano, you could put them under a cushion or a blanket just to raise them up. So So this is my quick video about posture and positioning. The next video will be more about finding the keys, the right notes on the piano. Alright, thanks.